Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly tarot scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, your moon, or your ascendant sign. There is no astrology in these, so check them out for all three so that you know which one speaks to you the most, all right? With that said, remember they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. And they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. You'll have to forgive me for that. I left my phone on the radiator and that noise nearly gave me a heart attack. So if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit that subscribe button for your key to the week. This week you have the Emperor, right? So first of all, that is your card. As an Aries, this is you, which means this is a powerful week of realignment with self. All right. The other thing that comes through here as well, this could be a week where you are dedicating yourself to gaining some kind of, for some of you, this could be about a formal education, but for others, this is about you really taking command of yourself, your inner resources and faculties, so that you can gain some sort of control or momentum in your actual life. So in all of these different areas, it looks like you're going to be exerting your personal will in some regard. And in all of these areas of life, it looks like you're delving into gaining some more perspective on your strategies, which actually is not a bad thing at all. So for your actions and interactions, or should I say your actions and options, you've got the Star card. I love this because you are, like, this week you really are thinking ahead. You're thinking of your future. There's a lot of focus here, maybe for some of you on gaining skills, on getting some kind of technical or technological literacy. There's something here where it's like, you know what, I'm going to brush up my skills in the digital space so that I've got, better prospects for my future, whatever that might mean. In terms of the options that are available to you, it does look like I kind of feel like a lot of you are having like a really big idea this week. So it's like you envision something, maybe you go off into a daydream or a reverie. Thank you. All right, maybe you go off into a daydream or a reverie of some sort. And it's like when you do, you have this kind of moment where you have like an idea or a glimpse at how something could go. And you're suddenly like, okay, what is it going to take for me to get from where I am right now to making that thing a reality? So I absolutely love this for you. Wow. Okay, so when it comes to your work and your career, like your communications and conversations, you've got the Emperor, right? So you've got a double hit of your own energy, which means a lot of you are very focused on work, the career, your communications. There might be a lot of self-assertion this week as well. We're just off the back of that, powerful full moon in your sign as well. So, this might be that you're seeing yourself and the way that you communicate clearer than maybe you ever have before. Now, the Emperor is number 4. You are number 4. 2 4s represents insomnia, but this isn't just like, oh, I can't sleep and it's getting on my nerves. This is, you can't sleep because you've got this massive idea about something that you want from your future and you are putting everything into it. Like, I gotta say, Aries is not afraid of hard work, but this looks like you are taking things to a whole new level. Like, I don't know what you're working on, but damn. Now, for those of you that are employed, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is you really thinking long term about your future. Where does this knowledge, this study, this degree, this course, some of you could be doing correspondence courses. You might start a correspondence course. You might start a course that has something to do with learning how to use computers or to get technologically more literate in some way, shape or form. Maybe you're using new programs for the specific type of study or work or even business that you do. All possibilities here. For those of you that are studying, I think this is what you are looking at. Whatever the subject matter is that you're studying, you're getting really clear on how it applies to your future. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week you could become the boss it might only be temporary, right? Remember the thing with the star card, it gives us a glimpse. I like to say that the star card is like an amuse-bouche, right? It gives you just like a little taster, like a little bit to kind of whet the appetite. And so when I see this combination like this, I almost feel like maybe if you're employed by someone else, maybe you're thrust into a leadership position temporarily this week, and it gives you that like, so this is what it looks like to be the boss. This is what it's like to do this particular part of the job or to be in charge here. And you love it, right? You're like, yes, give me more of that. So, you're getting into it. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, same kind of energy, only because you're already the boss, this is you connecting to other people that are peers effectively. This is you building a much stronger network in some way, shape or form that's going to go beyond you, that could really be very, very great. I feel like you're laying some very solid foundations for future endeavors. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this I actually think is you guys working on your physical body, but through the mind. So it's like whatever the physical sort of attribute of what you're doing is, this might be that you're doing some kind of mindfulness meditation. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many things that I kind of feel like you're going to be putting your focus in, but it starts here. It's like you're getting your mind around a concept first. Maybe as a retired person or an older person, you're saying, you know what? The digital age is here. Let me get tech savvy. For your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so nice. For those of you that are single, an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo could come in. Now, I gotta say, because the star card is here, it's probably gonna be that this person, if you're single, you're meeting somebody that's younger than you, and the connection is almost immediate, right? Like it will be there, it will be sparky. This person is earthy, they've got like that, and it's not like earthy in terms of like they bore you. It's earthy in terms of like, I can't just easily best you, like actually, and that's quite a sexy thing. Like if you're a cross watcher for an Aries, they like people that can challenge them or stand up against whatever they bring, right? Like Aries does not like a pushover. So if you're planning to just be the little dainty one that just does their best, and no. You got to have a little bit, okay, don't get me wrong, they like to win, but you got to have a little bit of grit to you. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, this actually looks like you and your significant other are maybe this week you're displaced from each other. So you're connecting a lot more via Zoom, etc. because you are, you as the Aries is working on something that's taking them away from the immediate, let's say. Even if you both work from home, it could just be that you're so busy or so focused on some working thing that kind of is taking precedence at the moment. The other thing with this as well, as a general overview, it looks like a lot of you are tending to your emotional and or amorous, mind your business, Siri, no one's talking to you, and your amorous needs. It's almost like you're really paying attention to what you actually need and desire from a relationship. I love this. And then finally, when it comes to your money and materials, the Eight of Pentacles, there is extra work here. And I gotta say, some of the work that you're doing this week, it's not necessarily for overtime or whatever. This is you taking, I'm sure you've all seen the meme where it says like, don't work 8 hours a day for somebody else and then come home and just sit watching TV, like work on your own passions. This is that. Like this week, a lot of you are burning the candle at both ends, but there's a very specific outcome in mind. There is overtime for those of you that want it. For those of you that have personal businesses, there's definitely a spike in your resources coming in this week, but it comes through hard work. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your digestive system, and especially for those of you that are working late into the night, and you've got the Queen of Pentacles here as well. I will say there's nothing wrong with burning the candle at both ends this week for a week. But if you're going to do this, you make sure that your diet and stuff is absolutely up to par. And then finally, when it comes to those of you, when it comes to your home and environment, home is a base of operations for Aries anyway, but more so this week than ever. I think it's going to be busy. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be bitty. And I think whatever this idea is that comes to you sort of fully fledged or unbidden, I think you're going to get like that really healthy obsession about it, and you're just going to run with it. So I really look forward. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Before we finish, I would like to say I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.